the great things that we're gathering here today is in the launch of the salary survey and the economic analysis, the partnership with Abrivia in collecting this data and the analysis that goes with it. I hope that you find some really interesting information, great insights and analysis, and I hope this will be the beginning of a long partnership and a longer term event. So on that note, I'm going to hand over to our first speaker, Charlie Larkin. Thank you.
So within the survey, we found a few interesting things. We found about a fifth of the respondents on the employee side are actually spending more than what is considered affordable for rent. That means a third of post-tax income. On top of that, even though a lot of these people are to the pin of their collar trying to pay their rent, they won't ask you for a raise. What they will ask you for a raise for, over 2/3 will ask you for a raise for, is to get a mortgage. Ireland has the opportunity to acquire lots of firms from the UK as the UK hard Brexit and its removal from the customs union becomes a reality. England's disadvantage is Ireland's opportunity. The Department of Jobs, Enterprise and Innovation has highlighted that the firms that have survived the crisis are the firms that are research active and firms that are heavily engaged with high human capital. That's the future. And that's how we will survive Brexit and how we will survive the economic consequences of Mr. Trump. In fact, one of the surprising results is that for those who are in ICT, the number one perquisite that they are looking for is healthcare. 58% will make a decision on employment on the basis of healthcare.
Millennials, they think their work is overloaded compared to other generations. Are you aware of the ways in which your work is benefiting others, or do you feel that you can have a positive impact? Again, you can see the blue part is millennials. They perceive lowest level of impact compared to other generations. How they implement your HR practices has a definite, very direct, important impact on employees' attitudes and the behaviors.
We're a trading nation. Theresa May talks about the UK or England becoming the Singapore of the North Sea. The reality is that Ireland is already the Singapore of the North Sea. When the global economy does well, we do well better. When the global economy doesn't do so well, we don't do so well. Our debt levels are falling. Our current account is nicely in balance. Unemployment is falling. This is not a jobless recovery. So we've come through the depths of a pretty gruesome recession. We still have problems overhanging, but we're getting there. One of the unsung success stories of the last number of years has been East Africa. On so many areas of management, of economics, there are incredible advances being made in Kenya, in Ethiopia, in Tanzania. And we are, for the most part, ignorant of them. For those who are indigenously manufacturing, and for those who are in the agribusiness in particular, Brexit is a huge existential problem. But it should be seen as a huge existential opportunity to start moving our export orientation away from the UK towards the greater world. We will be able to weather Brexit, especially if we realise that it's one of our partners, but not the big partner, and that we have a much bigger pool in the world and a much bigger pool in the European economy.
From an overall sentiment perspective, economic and employer sentiment is really high right now. So a couple of indicators that would point to that. The first that we would look at would be 72% of employers have said that they're going to pay out in bonuses this year. To us, bonuses are typically a discretionary spend, and where we hear that our employers are going to pay out in bonuses, or the majority of you are going to do that, that's a really good indicator in terms of sentiment. Just two other things to share with you in terms of the findings. 80% of companies have said that they're going to increase salaries over the coming 12 months. And 84% of you, 84% of employers are saying that you're going to increase headcount. So overall sentiment is really high, and that's obviously very positive.